studies has shown that African women primitive nature is actually stopping them from living life in full. And because of that, we'll have to discuss this topic today. Not just discussing it, because it's one topic that everybody in our society shy away from talking about. Even the guests in the studio today that is going to be discussing with me, I practically pull them into here. Because why? They are all single ladies. And why did I even choose them? Because they are the people that are most concerned about this. Some will say our culture, but we'll have to hear from them. Let's go for a quick break, and when we return, we'll continue. Don't get away, we'll be right back. Welcome back if you're just joining us. This is the show. And today we are talking about the big topic. Let's talk about sex. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Yes. And I have wonderful ladies here today to do justice to this topic. From my far right, I have Miriam. Hi, beautiful Miriam.
Hello.
See, she's shy. Don't mind her. She has a lot to give to you people. Miriam, good to have you here.
Same here.
Are you ready to talk about sex?
Yes, I am.
And beside her is Sweet Moji.
Hello.
Hello. You see, they are giving with smiles because they have a lot to give to us today. And in my far left, I have Nonyelum. No, are you ready to talk about this?
Yes. Hello, everyone.
Now, let's start from the good. Miriam, when you say the good, the bad, and ugly, so is there actually anything good in sex apart from child making?
A lot.
So let's hear.
There are so many. When you say sex,
Yeah.
sex is not just. How would I put it now? Sex is not just penetration. It's not just going in and coming out. There are a lot of things that surrounds it. It can be cuddling, hugging, so many things. It's not just child making, like let's just do it because we want to have kids. Let's do it because we want to enjoy it.
I like that. Let's do it because we want to enjoy it. But I can see you doing with smiles. Did you agree with that?
I do agree with that and a bit more. Because most generation-wise, most of the generations that has passed from different cultures that we have in Nigeria, like she said, the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the word sex is, oh, they want to make babies. And I remember growing up when they would say, don't let a boy touch you, you get pregnant. Touching alone is
the pregnancy.
Is a sin. And if you look at it very well, what sex actually encapsulates is it involves that connection between two beings to actually feel each other, not just physical touch. Because when you actually have sex, that's when they come to the extent of love making. Because when you is beyond intercourse, is two beings coming together,
Connecting together.
Yeah, to actually perform that is more or less like a right. Is like the nature's right to actually is one of the things that make you a being.
No. Talking about connecting. No. Would you say that we actually connect when you talk about sex in this part of the world? Because if this study actually proved that African women, their timidity is actually stopping them from living life in full. Okay. You understand? And if you look at the study that has been taken, before that, it has actually affected us in home fronts. Most homes are getting split, divorce, but they don't talk about it.
Yes.
You go to some homes that they have divorce, ask them, what's happening? Many of them, they don't want to talk about it. Are we actually connecting?
Okay, to me, I would say to a large extent, we connect. Connection now in quotes. depending on the circumstances and then the other person. Okay, we are
The
talking
people
about
involved.
African women now.
Yeah.
Right?
Not just African. Yes, our
Nigerian,
focus
you
is
said?
on African women.
Yes.
Now, African women, African men should be involved because
Okay.
African women will not say themselves.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
That's because you were talking about African women being primitive and not being able to maximize the benefits of
The
sex.
open, talk about
yes,
it.
the open
yeah.
and the truth is, to a very large extent, we are still very secretive about it.
And why is it so?
Like, unlike our men, you would hardly see, most of the time you see men, when they make out with a lady, they are bound to like talk about this in their cycle. But as ladies, even the matured one, we hardly do that.
And why is it so?
I think it's a cultural thing.
A cultural thing that has been stopping us from living our
Yes,
lives.
I mean, stopping us from really getting, and when you talk about something, you get to learn more about that thing. So because a lot of us don't tend to talk about it in the open, you would rather just do it inside and then come out and act like you don't do it. But far from what it used to be before, the internet has proven to us that sex is the most talked about thing. It's one of the most talked about thing even in Nigeria today.
Also
Those,
searched.
also most searched. So even when you go to websites or businesses that deal in sex materials and all of that, the kind of volume that they trade of all of those things, of aphrodisiacs, of
They are number one.
it's about the number one most profitable business, one of the top profitable businesses in Nigeria today. That tells you that women are enjoying it. Forget that we are not coming out to talk about it, but we are doing it.
Then why the hypocrites? Then we are being.
Well.
Why the pretentious nature?
Actually, my view on that is this: excluding the fact that the African culture, right from the 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s, even in the Western world, they see you, woman, any product put you out there. It's even from from the beginning of how media is, sex sells. But guess what? In that culture, even as early as that, not even talking about the African culture, they see a woman as, you just stay there and follow. Just
You are
follow
to be
the
seen.
lead.
You're not to be heard.
You are part of the process, but don't say it. Don't even talk about it. You are not supposed to talk about it, but you are supposed to be part of the process, even for their culture. That is why you see that the evolution of the sexual orientation these days has gone haywire, and everybody is ready to let me actually express myself. Because even in those days, whether African culture, Western culture, or otherwise, is seen as when a woman expresses her sexual orientation or expresses herself,
The thing has been wide.
she's a show or she's wild and all that.
You talked about not just inserting and
Going in and coming out.
going in and coming out.
Yeah.
So what are there other processes? So please, could you take
why-
us memory lane on other processes,
While we
like
were
the
growing
hugging?
They will tell you that you don't have sex until after marriage.
Yes.
So because you don't have sex until after marriage, you're not experienced. You don't know what it is.
But experiencing it does not mean you're doing it. Do you understand? Like most people now, as we are discussing it now, I know some people will say, these ladies are spoiled. But they might even be surprised that some of all these ladies here are still virgins, but they are experienced on this. So tell me, I'm listening.
For me, growing up, they'll tell you, don't have sex, don't do this, don't do that. You see, most marriages that are getting to divorce now,
Yeah.
the main reason,
If it's not money, it's sex.
the main reason is not even money anymore. It's sex. I don't know how my husband wants it. He does not know how I want it. We do not talk about it.
That's the major thing.
It's just, he wants it, let's go to bed, let's just do it the way. We don't talk about, like, how do you want this? Where should I touch you?
Let's do the
You
conventional
understand?
way.
Not the, let me just lie down and he's on me.
Okay.
We should sit as husband and wife. We
And-
understand each other. We should sit and discuss it. This is where you should touch and
Touch
I'll
me?
feel like this. Why not try this? Why not try that? But we will do it outside.
Yes, please hold on. I want to ask another question. What she just said now, I once met a man who said he actually wanted a head.
Okay.
And I was like, but you're married. Why don't your wife give you a head? He said, that the first time he mentioned that to his wife, his wife actually called him a useless man.
Wow.
And he wants a head, and you're married. For God's sake, for me, if you ask me, if you get married,
Okay.
not just making baby, you should explore. You should live your life. You've been given certificates.
Yes.
Maybe
Nice.
you, as a single lady, you might not. Maybe you've not been given certificates to have sex.
Yes.
But once you got married, you've been given certificates. Sign and certify. Go and
Go ahead, do
explore.
it anyhow.
Now, if a married man said he wants a head, and he can't get it from his wife, and he's looking for people outside, why is this so in our society?
Okay. I think it still goes down to culture. And if I may add to it, religion. There is some religion will tell you that a woman or a man is not supposed to, that place is solely for procreation. Someone once said something to me like, he was saying she was asking that I give her head.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this same mouth I will use to pray. Is what I'm going to take
Excuse me,
down there.
please. We need to bring things down. What do you mean by giving head?
Okay, oral sex.
What is oral
Right.
sex? You're still speaking grammar.
Okay. Well, oral sex is it's no longer genital to genital.
Exactly.
It's probably mouth to genital.
To genital, yeah.
Mouth to
Okay,
genital.
so it could be the common. I don't know if that is the global thing, but in Nigeria we commonly refer to it as giving head.
Yeah, giving.
Oh, so now, wait,
But
I want-
it's actually cunnilingus.
Uh-huh.
Now, I want to get something straight. For him to insert it in you is holy, but to put it in your mouth is not. It now becomes
Where is it
unholy.
written? Where is it written that putting
But it's
his
your
mouth?
it's a husband.
Yeah, where is it
And
written?
do you know the funny thing?
No.
In the Bible, Adam lay with Eve. Now, the process of laying, how he laid,
Nobody
whether
knows.
it's from top, under, or beside,
Nobody knows.
nobody knows.
There was a
There's
lay.
no way it's
There was
even
a
written
lay.
that
So-
he should not put his mouth in her genital, or she should not put her mouth in his. There is no way it is written.
Because the whole thing is about feeling.
Feeling it, enjoying the process.
However
You
want to
enjoy it.
feel it.
That
It's
is
not
it.
just about procreation. You enjoy it.
Can you tell us in one sentence what is good about sex? Coming from your own experience, personal experience.
Well, from my knowledge gathered so far, the health benefits of having
We're not
sex.
talking about health benefits. What is good? We're not talking about the
Well,
health. We're
what
not
is
doctor.
good about it
Sex.
really is this: when you are able to actually feel and be felt, it releases some hormones in you. It's by default, it's by nature, and with that, it helps in actually the kind of mindset, the way you relax your mind. It makes you feel good. It's supposed to make you feel good. Yeah.
Now, Mary, I'm going to what she said. What is actually good about sex? When you have 3 types of ways to connect: sex, love making, and banging.
When you're stressed and you have a good sex, you feel relieved. Like everything that is bothering you at that time. That's why I said when you have a good sex, fuck and bang. So
And
but
love making.
love making sex. That's why I said when you have good sex is almost similar to love making.
Love making, yeah.
Yeah. So you get to touch each other, you play and all that. And when you have sex, it increase your lifespan. Yes.
No. So, in your own view, what is good about sex?
I think for me, what is good about sex is the connection. Because for me, sex is spiritual. Before I can connect with you to the extent of making out with you, there is already a bond
Between
that
two
we
of
share.
you, yeah.
I probably have connected with you so much in the physical that I yearn to now have us together.
I like that word, yen.
So when you look at sex from that angle, you see that it is wholesome, it is good, it is a beautiful thing. That is when you begin to look at sex as being therapeutic. That is when you begin to look at it that even for the purpose of procreation, if you're not happy with someone, the soul cannot connect with that person. Even when you guys conceive, you will carry that pregnancy, you are not happy with that person. But when there is a bond, there is a connection, the two souls have merged. Your aura has merged. Both of you have absolutely become one. You look forward to it. Like you guys are in the beach, you're yearning to just, the moment you see that fellow, you just want it. It is activated. It's not like your body stands. Do you get? He becomes like your pawn. He becomes like your anything. He's coming out of the bathroom. You guys are in the kitchen. And the moment he sees you,
why most couple have it everywhere?
Exactly. And those kind of couple who have it everywhere, go check out their life. I'm telling you, because there is no restrictions. It means.
Are you planning to do that with your husband?
Yes, baby, because that is it. If that is not going to be it, then there is no need having it anyway.
Exactly. It's okay. Now let's come to the bad, because we can't talk about sex. In the society we live today, we talk about culture, inhibition, the good, the bad, the ugly. We've talked about the good, the bad. What is bad about sex? Why is it that our parents make us know that we should not talk about it? We should not go to that place. But that place you and I came out from, and they don't want us to go there. One man said, the sweetest thing in the world, and this is the most feared thing. Moji, what is bad about sex? This is your.
I think from my own perspective, what I can say that is bad about it is like unplanned pregnancy for teenagers. It tends to affect their future. Even if they still bounce on the track, it still pulls them back a bit.
Yeah, it slows them down.
And rape, it has a kind of psychological effect on the victim, especially when they don't talk about it. To talk about it that, oh, I've experienced this, because when you seek pleasure from the person that is not ready to give you that pleasure. Or to connect with you on that level, you tend to take it from her. I heard men are raped.
Of course they do.
So you tend to take it from that person forcefully. It has a psychological effect
on you.
Yeah. So, and another one that I feel that makes it to be bad is because it involves nature in two beings coming together. If it is not consensual, it goes a long way in affecting the psychology of apart from rape this time. Apart from it being
the individual,
and we've heard of sexual abuse, child abuse. Sex is good, but look for it in the right places.
In the right place,
you don't have to. Some guys will say, oh, they like it tight, it has to be tight. Then tell your girl you want it tight, not that you have to go and after a small girl that she doesn't even know what you're doing to her. She doesn't even.
So maybe let's have your view on this. What is bad about sex?
Basically, she has said it all. I think it's the unwanted pregnancy, STIs, that's sexually transmitted infection. So those are, I don't want to have sex now, and then at the end of it, I'm not comfortable. I'm feeling weird and all that. So I think that's all.
What do you have to say to that?
Okay, for me, I would say that sex, when had within the right context, is good. There is no way, there are no two ways about it, right? So if, for those who probably, the way I usually look at it is this, I'm not trying to be judgmental, but sometimes you have high sexual drive. For people like that too, they did not create themselves. So when you choose to look at it and you're looking at this person, issue. Yes, it is, because someone has told me that he has a problem with it. That the moment he sees a woman, what goes on his mind is just to sleep with that woman.
Yeah, I think we call them sex addicts.
Sex addicts. So you see, it becomes
when it's a lady.
I don't know about ladies. I haven't heard.
No, she's not.
No one. But a guy.
She's not. No.
But that's what society does.
That's what they call her.
Okay, in the
In the
society.
Yeah,
so
that's what they call her. Yeah.
What
That's
is,
what it is.
what's that?
She said when is a lady,
You know, you
they
said
call her
it's a guy.
sluts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It is different.
Yeah. It's
Your
a medical
drive
problem.
your sexual drive wouldn't necessarily make you a slut. There are people who have low sex drive, but they have different motives why they go after men. Do you get
Yeah.
do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for those who have, I just don't want to look at sex as where it is bad. But at the same time, there's an adage in my place that says, whatever is sweet also kills.
Yeah.
So if you cannot put yourself in check,
Yeah.
you get to be like,
Self-discipline,
okay,
self-control.
have a no. This is a no for me. No matter how how beautiful she is, no matter how sexy or whatever she appears,
True.
we should apply self-control.
Control.
When we are unable to do that, we have seen mighty men fall.
Fallen. Yeah.
From the days of the Bible, it is still happening right now.
Now let's go to the area of ugly. And in the area of ugly now, we're not going to be looking at ugly as in the context of it. We want to look at ourselves. Now, Miriam, what would a man do to you? Or what do you expect from sex and that you're not getting it and you call it that sex is ugly?
If a man cannot go down on me, very simple.
Please, can you explain that better?
If he cannot go down,
What do you mean by going down?
giving me a head, putting his mouth in my genitals.
Now, please say it so that people will understand. You enjoy that?
A lot.
Oh my God.
There's no lady that would not enjoy that.
Are you sure?
100%.
I just told you that a man once told me that the wife don't
There's a
like
problem
that.
with the wife. Probably.
Maybe probably because she doesn't know it.
Not. She might. No, the funny part is that she might be getting it outside.
Now the thing is this: if a man does not go down on you,
I
you know
cannot
that-
go down on
now
him.
we still have not. We're talking about primitiveness here and on the side of our ladies. We still have men who, if you tell him to go down on you, you say, "This girl, you are white." How
that-
will you handle such man?
See, there's this thing called fornication, which we all know. We should not have sex before marriage.
Exactly.
But like I used to tell myself, I will do it before marriage. I want to test it.
Eh?
I need to know how it is and what it is like. I cannot pray for husband. Then I am giving the husband. Then I will now start praying for the machine to work.
But then you are committing sin now.
Sister,
Huh?
it is not a sin.
So you must test
Oh,
it.
is it better for me to then marry, then start doing it outside?
But there's a different way you can test it without.
How?
I mean, by touching, by getting
no,
close,
no,
by
no,
asking
no,
questions.
no.
Do you know that most women think flipping the bean, oh, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay, but does not necessarily mean the men too.
Ooh, I like that. Oh God. So your own is that a man must give you a good head. That is you.
Me.
If you don't get it, you mean that this sex is ugly.
What is sex without head?
Mm.
No, I can't imagine. I
a sex
can't.
without head.
No. He has to. He just has to.
You don't have to do it.
He has
so,
to.
Mr. Man, if you're there watching, you start getting your house in order.
Yeah.
You must give her a good head. So, but what about you? What would you not get in a set and you say that, no, this set is ugly?
I must reach climax.
Mm.
If I don't, you are
Confirm.
not doing the right thing.
Exactly.
You know, when you talk about climax, some people say, this one will kill a man.
What
in this
was
room.
thinking?
So,
No,
how
no,
many
no,
hours does it take you to get to climax?
No,
Or what do you need a man to do? Is it the
Does not
touching or
necessarily-
the way he does it? Or
See, that
like
is
Mera said,
like-
head.
Like what Noya
Nonya
said
said,
at that time, that each person has their own kind of definition of what it is to them.
Yeah.
That is why most couples, let me put it that way, are not open to the word foreplay. Foreplay is not necessarily kissing. It is a lot of things. It gives you the opportunity to know the other partner's aphrodisiac,
Exactly.
to know what actually need to be done to the aphrodisiac,
To awaken,
to know,
yeah.
okay, what are those positions and what are those locations, because sometimes most couples, there's a particular position in the house that you get to
To get
enjoy it
them,
more.
and you
Leave
enjoy
bedroom,
them.
please. Just leave bedroom. Yeah.
This lady
If
not giving.
you don't get to me,
So he
have to get to the
said
climax.
we should leave bedroom first. Where is your best position? He said we should leave bedroom.
position in the house, and then bedroom, leave
Yeah.
bedroom.
Is it kitchen?
Actually,
Couch?
for me, it's in between the dining and the kitchen.
Ooh, I like that.
Because you know what? There's a lot of different foreplay that can go on.
Before
Yeah.
the real thing.
Yeah,
The
you can do
furniture.
fruits, do anyone.
Put the ice, put the wine,
then you
put the
finish.
cream.
Anything.
Oh my God! You're blushing.
I am, girl.
So what will you not get in a set and you said, no, this set is ugly?
Oh, well, for me, I think I am kind of this kind of person that I'm always so serious with life, right? I'm so serious and I don't like that. So when it comes to sex, my partner really has to turn me on gradually. Like, it's not like we just get in the bed and then, no. It's not even the foreplay. Mine is foreplay before foreplay. Like, you really have to, my mind is always so clogged and so clustered, and we need that
Yes,
conversation, that gradually leads us into you wowing me. It's not necessarily you telling me there's an accolade on the way or an assurance. No, just little
But
things
assurance
like.
will also be.
But an assurance, man, is definitely blow me off. So, but that kind of conversation that it doesn't matter if you guys are driving from Owerri to Kano, anything can happen on the road.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if you guys are in the cinema. Anything can happen inside
Yeah.
the cinema.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter you guys are on the beach. Anything
Can
is just
happen
possible.
anywhere.
So, but pre that action,
Action.
there has to be actions before
Action, pre-action.
do you understand? And then actions after action. So that when the deal is done, even if you're going to sleep, after that sleep, I expect to wake up and still be pampered.
And do you know the funny thing?
I like that. For me, that is my natural aphrodisiac.
And do you know the funny thing? Most men, if you are watching, point of correction from the women's room, pumping is not sex. How many times you pump? That's not the sex.
The
Really.
6-pack is not the
That's
same.
not even the enjoyment.
That's not the because some guys feel it's
Pump.
Now
You the horror. Because
most women they want you to be sensitive.
Oh,
I don't want you to
yeah.
I don't know if you're not
Respond.
sensitive.
Yeah.
Like,
They're doing it and they're acting.
go.
Go and go. And they just to satisfy
When you don't do that, have you finished?
No.
Like, are you done?
Now, because she's not enjoying it.
That's why you see a typical married woman married to a rich man. The guy is good looking.
has the money.
And madam
Gate
is
man, the
setting
security
it
That
guy.
with security on a
security
driver.
sometimes.
That is why I
It's one
said-
of his boys in the office.
I will test it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Do you know emoji just said a very vital thing now?
Yeah.
Do you know most time people say, what does women need? They say they need money.
Money.
It's not just
I've
money.
confronted so many people say women don't actually need money. The way you people look at it. They need your assurance. But Meji is telling me that it's not even the money.
Oh, yeah.
You need to pamper them. You said pamper.
Yes.
You need to be
Listen,
sensitive. You need to give it to them. It's not your money. Why is it that you're a rich man, you're a millionaire, and your wife sleeps around?
Yeah.
Why? Most men have not even given time to ask, why is it? I give you everything you want. I pump you, like Maria said, but still she goes outside to look for. What is she looking for? Because you're not touching her at the right place, because you're not being sensitive. Wow, baby, give it to me. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about
sexuality.
Baby. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. Wow, see you next time.